Part 4 of Pocahontas. From the port they traveled on. At last they came to London itself. Pocahontas could hardly believe her own eyes, for across the huge river stood London Bridge, and on top of the bridge were built houses as high as the tallest trees in the forest at home. All of a sudden a span of the bridge swung open, and there, far up the river, lay the king's snow-white palace, glistening in the sun. White swans swam on the river, and all around were wondrous gardens with beautiful flowers and strange fruits. Fine ladies and gentlemen, all dressed in shimmering silks, walked about. So Pocahontas came into the turmoil of London town. There was a din of carriage wheels and horses' hoofs and the voices of thousands of people. Powhatan's brave glanced around. Then, with a grunt, he threw the sticks away. Powhatan would never believe there could be so many people in all the world as he saw there in London. Much ado was made of Pocahontas. Great ladies opened their doors to her. They gave balls and banquets in her honor and took her to the theater to see plays written by William Shakespeare. Artists painted her portrait. Poets wrote songs in her honor. Her name was on everybody's lip. Then one day, whom should Pocahontas see but John Smith? There he stood among all the strangers, for the skillful doctors in England had healed his serious wounds. He bowed low before Pocahontas and called her Lady Rebecca. He had not forgotten his little Indian friend who had become so lovely a lady. He wrote a letter to the Queen of England and told her all that Pocahontas had done for him and the other Jamestown settlers. Without her help, many Englishmen would have died of hunger, and so the Queen of England herself invited the Princess Pocahontas to come to her palace. The Queen showed her much honor, and everybody admired the beautiful Virginia princess. Perhaps if they had seen her running about in the woods, barefoot and dressed only in a skin, they would not have thought her so much of a princess. And as for Pocahontas, when she bowed before the king and saw the skinny legs that could hardly carry the fat body of the King of England, she thought of her stately father. He needed neither a crown on his head nor a scepter in his hand to show that he was a ruler. She held her head as high as though she had been born in a snow-white palace. She was proud of being her father's daughter and of having been born in a hut of bark in the midst of the deep, dark woods of Virginia. Pocahontas herself never returned to her homeland across the great water, but Powhatan's brave and the other Indians went back and told such tall tales of the wonders of England that nobody could believe them. And when Pocahontas' son was a grown man, he sailed to his mother's country. There he became the father of a great big family which lives on to this very day. The end. There's another picture. And here's the back of the book that says Jamestown. And this is Pocahontas by Ingrid and Edward Perrin Dulaire. I hope y'all enjoyed that. All right. I love y'all. Bye.